Hello, my name is Holly Kissel, and this is my final SIP presentation. I first really thought about doing SIP when I talked to Peyton Wright my sophomore year of high school when she asked me to be her stage manager for her original production, Hen House. I had never really thought about SIP before. I'd heard about it freshman year, but that seemed so far away senior year to think about doing a long-term project, and I was like, well, I got my biology midterm to think about, so I'm too cool to think about SIP. As time went on, I did grow more interested in it. I grew more dedicated to my real passion, which is the presentation theater department. And I knew that if I was going to do SIP, I wanted to do something with theater because that was what I was crazy about. I landed on writing, directing, and designing my entire show, which has been a tremendous journey. I made a master plan at the beginning of the year. Each month had very specific goals and deadlines to have everything perfect by April 17th, my original date for the show. That came to a screeching halt when I realized a very simple but important fact. Writing is hard. I have written academic papers, but I have not written an entire script before. I had to bring into creation 9 people who were just bits of dialogue in my head and make them fully rounded. So a script that I had planned to finish in mid-October took until January. That said, most of first semester classes was spent on writing the script, outlining scenes, drafting the characters. I also, in that time, held auditions, chose the technical crew, designed a very rudimentary set, which would change over time, and I designed all the costumes. I was also very proud to schedule all of my rehearsals with Mr. Harlement. Second semester is the design phase for me. I designed all of my lights. I met with my sound designer, Grace Brewer. We designed the entire show. We found the sounds on YouTube, put those into QLab. Everything was going great with the technical process. I chose paint colors. I chose more stuff for the set. I started finding and buying costumes. I got a lot of the props in the second semester, and I started rehearsals, and they were going swimmingly. My cast was amazing. It's always a given and a plus. Basically, everything was going very well until March 13th, which would have been the second week of my rehearsals. That is when the order to stay healthy at home was given. When I got the message that we would not be going back to school, I realized that even my rescheduled May 29th date may not work, so I scheduled another meeting with Miss Noonan, and I decided I would try one more time to have the show in a physical aspect in the theater on June 19th. I will be finding out May 15th if this is possible. If not, I will be producing the radio drama around that same date. My actors have to put in an incredible amount of work, so I definitely want to create this for them, also for me, to just show what I've all accomplished this year. I had to teach myself Audacity. I had to teach myself voice memos. I've had so many obstacles, but they've turned into opportunities, particularly the radio drama. I'm very excited for this to be finished, just so I can show off to everyone what I've created. SIP has taught me so much. Time management, definitely the ability to make a contingency plan, the ability to stay calm in a very stressful scenario, patience with scheduling and talking with other people, compromise. Not everything is going to be exactly the way I want it due to like finances or extraneous circumstances. I can now handle that a bit better through the regular process of creating a theatrical piece. Night at Bees is a 70-minute production. It was inspired by works like The Twilight Zone, the music of Pink Floyd, the physical comedy of Lucille Ball and John Ritter. because I really like visual pieces of theater and like pieces where the audience and the actors are very close together. The audio you are about to hear is from the prologue of my radio drama. It is Parker Beal as an author and Lucy as a mysterious teenager. Please enjoy, and I hope you will listen to the whole play once it is done. Thank you.
Okay, here's the thing. America just isn't what it once was. The people, the places, all tired, all boring. I have no real inspiration. Steinbeck had the Great Depression. Fitzgerald had the 20s and rich people. What do I have? McDonald's, Snapchat, and the fear that if I set my story in any one time period, some punk 2 years from now will automatically call it dated. It's completely unfair that modern medicine has prolonged life, only to have people living in a world that is so boring and ill-designed. A crime is what it is. Ooh, perhaps a mystery. A murder mystery set in a game show where no one comes to aid the victim because they think the show is faking the death? Nah, that would never work. Think! Something original! Something epic yet relatable. Nope, voicemail please.
Hello, no one is available to take your call. Please leave a message after the tone.
Just checking in. We haven't heard anything in a couple of days. We are sure this is because you are busy as a bee, writing away. But you did sign a contract saying you would give us bi-weekly updates. Please get back to us ASAP. The number is 525-6001. Thank you.
Answering machines are the real reason Thoreau moved to the forest. Did answering machines even exist in Thoreau's time? Would they buy it if I told them I had to move to the forest for creative purposes? No, probably not. Also, there's no sushi in the woods. Ooh, I could write a cabin in the woods type deal. Nah, I would definitely plagiarize the movie. Maybe that's why people appreciate really old classics. People weren't tired of all the tropes. It was original when Shakespeare did it, but when I do it, it's a blatant copy and unoriginal. What was I thinking? Oh yeah, writing is hard, especially when I have as many ideas as the IRS has happy employees.
Why don't you write about me?
How did you get into my office? What do you want?
I want you to write about me.
Yes, you. I'll tell them about you. But how does one start a story like yours? Oh, I know. It was a dark and stormy night.